Now, you all have realized by this time that within us lies the peace, the beauty, the glory of our being. There's an ocean of all that. We cannot seek it outside. We have to go within. What they call in the meditative state. You seek it. You enjoy it. Like when you are thirsty, you go to a river or you go to an ocean. And try to quench your thirst. But even the ocean cannot give you sweet water. So, how can anything that is spread outside give you that deep thing that is within you? You are trying to find it out outside where it does not lie. It is within us, absolutely within us. It is so simple because it is your own. It is within your reach, just there. Whatever you have been doing, going out to find the joy, the so-called joy, the so-called happiness, the so-called glory of worldly powers and worldly possessions. You have to reverse it back, the whole thing. You have to project within yourself. It was not wrong that you went out. It was not correct that you went out. You shouldn't feel sorry for what you have done so far. It was not the correct way to get to the real joy of life, the real glory of your being. It has worked in so many people that you have entered into that subtler understanding. Some people are only at a mental level, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe some are only at a physical level that they can feel it. Doesn't matter. But you are on the correct lines. You are moving correctly. Try to meditate. Meditate more so that you reach your inner being. And this inner being is the vast ocean of bliss which exists in every one of us. Is that vast, glorifying flood of light that floods everybody's inner beauty. So to approach it, you have to go within yourself. By denying things which are against it, against your movement. Sometimes the wind can be very, very strong for you to misunderstand that the glory of God is within. But turn back. Every moment, remember that your movement has to be inward. When you move inward, you forget the ideas of your outer glories. A person who is of a very base nature thinks that if he makes a lot of money, then he has achieved joy, but he has not. He is the most unhappy person if you go and see him. He is worried about small things of life. You must have heard that people who are very rich are kleptomaniacs. They are worried, they are very miserly. They are worried about a needle here and there. A little thing missing, they get upset. They have so many habits that they can't live without it. So riches have brought always a curse on human beings. So those who seek only the riches cannot enjoy them. Then there are some better people who think that by ruling others, by getting power, we can achieve a very great position in life. They too, as you know, you have seen what happens to them. People don't even want to talk about them. Now there are people who get attached to someone, to one person, or to the family, to their children, to their relations, very common in India. That's also not the way you can get to God. That's also so limited, keeps you hanging around them and wasting your energy completely. But if you enter into your being fully, then all these things have such meaning. Everything has a meaning there. In the sense, if you possess anything, and if you are that kind of a person who is supposed to be possessive, he never possesses, he's so detached. He's never possessive, he's so detached to God. But he can play around because he's so detached. He can create a drama out of it. He can play with the possessions and teach lots of lessons to people. He's so detached, so generous. He enjoys his generosity. The whole thing becomes so different, so dynamic. All the beauty that is created by human beings as possession is exposed before you. And you start enjoying all those things without possessing them. You understand the myth of possession. Same with your powers that people have over other people. Those who try to make money out of SAHAJA Yoga or want to have a kind of a privilege over SAHAJA, it can be very subtle. This can go very far. This subtlety goes to this extent that I have seen people try to save money on account of SAHAJA Yoga. That's also, the attention is on money. To make money or to save money, to make a business out of SAHAJA Yoga, is all absurd. But if you say so, I said, all right, go ahead for a while, try. You'll find that SAHAJA Yoga is no business. Of course, SAHAJA Yogis can work together, can do some business. But SAHAJA Yoga is no business. It's business of God, where you have to give everything that you have. Not to be attached to anything. Not to be attached. There's no money to be paid as such, but all your heart is to be poured into it. If you cannot pour your heart into it, you cannot achieve it. Same about power. Some people think that they can even overpower such yogis, impress them, control them. Such people are thrown out of Sahaja completely. You have to enjoy the power of love, that people see you as their protector, as their help, as their support, as their friend. Than is somebody who is a dominating personality. You have to be a fatherhead and not a demonic, destructive force which is always threatening everyone. Such people will be thrown out of Sahaja Yoga in no time. They are found out. I have no sympathies with such people. Never. That will bring you down. In no way. Keep yourself aloof with them. Otherwise, when they are thrown away as tangents from Sahaja Yoga, you might get out with them. So be careful. Then those people waste all their time just thinking about their family, this thing. Or those who have never thought of their family also come to Sahaja. This is a very subtle ground on which they can lose their attention to their spirit. They spoil their children, they spoil their husbands, they spoil their wives. The whole attention goes in a wrong way. And it becomes a very important issue with them, how the marriages are successful, how the children are this thing, that thing. They don't leave it to God. They have to leave it to God. We are all saints. You have to leave everything to God. In the beginning, in Sahaja Yoga, everybody says, my husband is like that, my wife is like that, my brother is like that, my children are like this, mother look after them. All right, in the beginning is all right. When you grow, you must get out. It's an individual journey towards God when you meditate. And when you reach there, then you become collective. Before that, it's an absolute individual journey within. Absolutely individual journey. You should be able to see this, that in this journey, nobody is your relation. Nobody is your brother. Nobody is your friend. You are absolutely alone. Absolutely alone. You have to move alone within yourself. Don't hate anyone. Don't be irresponsible. But in meditative mood, you are alone. No one exists there. You alone. And once you enter into that ocean, then the whole world becomes your family. The whole world is your own manifestation. All the children become your children, and you treat all the people with equal understanding. The whole expansion takes place when you enter inside your spirit and start seeing through the eyes of the spirit. With such calm, such peace, such bliss exists within you. You have to be ready for that journey. That journey is alone in your meditativeness. And the more you find something in your meditation, the more you want to go and distribute it to others. That has to be. If that does not come into you, then it has not worked out. There's no purity. There's some sort of a bias. In that individual pursuit, whatever you find, you want to enjoy it with others. You want to give it to others. This is the sign of a person who has been really meditative. The one who is meditative and has not been able to distribute what he has found is cheating himself and cheating others as well. Because that joy that you receive in your meditation has to be distributed, has to be given, has to be shown. It should flow in your being as the light radiates from every illumined lamp. You don't have to take a vow to say that this is an enlightened light. In the same way, a saint should not be certified that he is a saint. But the depth you achieve within yourself spreads all over. It is such an action as a reaction. The more deeper you become, the radiation is much more. But a simple person, very ordinary person, uneducated person can be like that. We have, one gentleman called Wari in Bombay. He is an old man. He is so deep. He radiates. People depend on him. He radiates love. He is so meditative. You don't have to spend too much time on meditation. But whatever you spend time, whatever you gain, has to be visible outside. How you radiate and how you give it to others. That's the quality of the saints you have to be. Unless and until you become deeper, we cannot save other surgeries. And we cannot save those who are not surgeries. You have to rise higher and higher to pull the whole curtain up. Those who try to rise higher pull the whole thing upward, and they give a pull to everyone who ascend to it. So just try to keep your aim clear cut. You must understand what is your aim in life as surgeries. Now you are changed people. You are no more people who have to deal with possessions or worry about them, about mundane things, about your livelihoods. You are no more people who have to worry too much about your health and things on your personal lives. You are not to worry also about your jobs so much. That's not important. And last of all, not to worry about your family, children, husband, wife, and find a pocket for you to hide into it. Because the only thing where you can really hide yourself is the love of God, where you can really get the great, restful, blissful feeling of His complete protection. Sydney has done very well before and is progressing better, but the pace is not as it should be. So we have to think of new ways and methods how we can spread this. But first you must assume your positions as you are. You must assume that you are all saints, that you have to do great work. Not the ego part of it, but the manifestation of it. Every one of you has to decide for oneself. I'm sure it's going to work out. And this time my visit is going to help you a lot by understanding what is the best to spread this light all over. May God bless you.
say the Manchester Street English.
Those who have not watched the people.
Those who have not watched others. Those who have not watched others speak come forward.
You all have to tell me your names. Julie? Christine? Julie and Christine? That's the only one that spoils the whole thing. That's not that one. No. Not that one. Still looking hard there.
Put it over near the wall, Mother.
we say to Sri Devi like that? We are requesting. Okay, see. Try to say, I'm just saying for everyone. No. It's not you or anyone. When you read, must know these are mantras you are saying. And you have to say in a way that you feel it from the heart that you are addressing to Sri Ganesha, I understand. And that we are asking for a very great faith. Alright? That right. Everyone should, whenever we say mantra, must be. We have to improve our style and everything. Yes.
Let our ears hear that which is true. Let our eyes see that which is pure. Let our beings praise that which is divine. And let those who listen hear not my voice, but the wisdom of God. Let us worship with the same song, the same strength, and the same knowledge. And let our meditation enlighten and enrich. Let there be amongst us compassion, truth, peace. Salutation, Sri Ganesh.
Now.
Salutation, Sri Ganesh. Sakshat Sri Jesus. Sakshat Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. It is you who is the beginning of all the beginnings. It is you who is the doer of all deeds which have been done, are being done, and will be done. It is you who supports all things that are supported. It is you who protects all things that are protected. It is you who is the complete, all-pervading Spirit, God's divine energy. Think clearly, brain. Speak only the truth. Let your presence, awakened in us by Kundalini, speak. Let your presence, awakened in us by Kundalini, listen. Let your presence, awakened in us by Kundalini, bless. Let your presence, awakened in us by Kundalini, protect. Let your presence, awakened by Kundalini in us, your disciple, be the disciple. You are the essence of all the sacred literature and holy words. And you are the energy that understands the holy words. You are the divine combination of complete truth.
He says in deliberations, understanding, you are the... Alright, let's see. Now say it again. This is for everyone I'm saying. Now how will you say it?
You are the divine combination of complete truth, complete joy, and complete energy. And you are beyond. You are all knowledge, and you are the use to which the knowledge.
Alright, now following the point difference is, you are all knowledge. All knowledge. See? Yes. Now let's see.
You exist until the end of all things. And after the end of all things, you are.
What a great thing you are saying. It's a very big statement. Alright, let's have it.
You create the end of all things.
You create.
You create.
No, it's you. You create. Say that.
You create the end of all things. And after the end of all things, you remain indifferent.
Again.
And after?
Say it again. See, I'm trying to tell you because I find this with everyone, it happens like that. That it has to be with a feeling of understanding what you are saying. And also it should imprint on others what you are saying. Alright? So, repeat this sentence.
You create the end of all things. And after the end of all things, you remain indifferent.
After creating all that, you remain indifferent. That's what I told. Alright, now say it more. What does he do? Let's see.
You are the earth. You are the water. You are the fire. You are the air.
That means he is in every element.
And you are the space above the air. You are the gunas, and you are beyond the gunas. You are the body, and you are beyond the body. You are the essence of time, and you are beyond time. You and only you exist at the Muladhara chakra. You are the spirit, and you are beyond the spirit.
You are the spirit. See, you are the spirit. You are beyond the spirit. Now see, it's a very important point. That you are the spirit, and still you are beyond the spirit. What does that mean? Can you say? Do you understand what it means?
You're beyond words, Mother.
You see, that's it. That, you see, like we can say now the ocean. Now you are the ocean. But who controls the ocean? It is you who control the ocean. You are the spirit, but who controls the spirit? It's you. So you are the spirit. And because you control the spirit, you are beyond the spirit. Alright? That's right.
Those who would join God meditate upon you.
Why? Because only through spirit you can know God. If you don't know the spirit, that's the door by which you have to go. Without getting yourself into the state where you are a spirit, you cannot know God. You have no eyes, you have no nose, you have no ears, nothing. You see it. So that's why first you have to get connected to the spirit, and through spirit you can know God.
You are Brahman, Vishnu, Rudra.
All these three deities you are. Because he is the one who pulsates in them. He is the pulsation. Really? He is the pulsation in you.
You are Indra, Agni, Vayu. You are the sun at noon. You are the full moon. Through all of these and more, you are the all-pervading energy of innocence and wisdom.
Because you are the controller of this energy as well. Right? But if you are the light, but who is the controller of light? Is the man behind. So you are that as well as the person behind.
You are the divine servant who stoops to wash the feet of saints. You are the tiny core of all things, without which the larger have no purpose. You are the key to the libraries of all the scriptures, without which the truth is hidden. You are the full stop which completes the sentence, and without which the sentence loses its meaning. You are the crescent moon. You are the stars, and you are beyond the stars. All things, from tiny dot to universe, diffuse. You are the future, and beyond the future. You are in all forms. You are where the sounds combine. You are the silence between the sounds. You are the rhythm of all music and all prayers. This is the knowledge of Nirmal Ganesh, and you, Nirmal Ganesh, are the master of that knowledge and all knowledge. You are the God, and you are the goddess. Om Gam Nirmal Ganapate. To your powers, Ganesha, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. Your first tooth you have, and 4 hands, one holding a rope, the second a goad, the third is raised in blessing, and the fourth offers sustenance.
Yes,
Your banner is that of a humble mouse. You have long ears and are clothed in red. Red decorates you, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you. And it is for those who love you that you come to this earth. You are the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Gam Nirmal Jesu. To your powers, Jesus, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you, and let your enlightenment prevail. You are the word that was the beginning. You are the word that will be the ending. You are he who was born of a virgin and who died on the cross. You are he who absorbed all sins and who died to live again. You are God and man, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you came to this earth. You are the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Sri Ganesha, salutation to you. Sri Jesus, salutation to you. He who is the beginning of all worship, salutation to you. He who destroys all the powers of evil, salutation to you. Saksha, son of Lord Shiva, who is unending blessings, salutation to you. Saksha, son of Mary Mataji, who is unending love, salutation to you. Saksha Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who is unending joy, salutation to you.
Catherine.